Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're beginning our new run today, and we're back in our big Volvo, which we should probably stay in for at least a few trips. All of our lights are on? No, of course not. Now they are. I always hit the wrong one. Our center wheel is not up. Now it is. Alright. I'll drive outside the truck for a little while. It's a little more difficult to gauge speed and driving. I haven't done this in a while, as you can tell, driving outside the trucks. Let's get on the wrong side of the road, because, awesome. Oops, I oversteered it or understeered it the first time. Went too far into the corner the first time and then almost not enough the second time. Alright, we are taking the Iveco trailers, which are only 16 tons, so we won't need our mid-axle now. We can just run 4x2 status. That was interesting. Kind of funny, we just got done driving the Iveco, including overturning it. Now we're hauling two Ivecos, because, why not? It's been a while since I've done this. It was a challenge even when I was like, it was a challenge even when I was halfway decent at it. Just get low for the bridge. Oh. Get up on the highway. Well, we'll attempt to get up on the highway like this, and then we'll go for the. I rarely ever really get into that lane to make this turn. It's much easier to make it from the outside. Climbing hill, we're still hauling really well. Alright, back to single mirror, because we are going back in the cab. Oh, come now, game. Let's behave ourselves on frame rate, shall we? You know you want to. We're not in the town anymore. Whoops, sorry, car. Oh no, you're getting off the highway. So that may not even have been me. So, not much has changed since yesterday. Hello. I'm still waiting for my stuff to be shipped. Wrong one, but it's alright. It immediately switched, so we're all good. I always mess that up. I always get confused on that type of intersection. But it's alright. The GPS switched immediately, which means this is an alternative route, even if maybe it's not as quick. But yeah, not much has changed in Eve. Still waiting for my stuff to be shipped in. I just learned that my corp has things known as PAPs, P-A-P. They're basically participation awards, and it's to make sure that you're active in the corp and that you're helping the corp. And you need to get, well, you don't need, there's some leniency to it, but I'm not going to go into everything. But in short, you need to get 10 per month, roughly. And good? Yeah, Eastern. You need to get 10 per month, and if you don't for X amount of months in a row, now mind you, it said roughly, it said there's some leeway, but I'm not going to go into specifics. If you don't get X amount per month in a row, you can be kicked from the corporation. Some people would see this as bad. I know people in my old corp would think it's bad, but I honestly don't mind, because all it means is that I'll be participating in things that I was already going to participate in anyways. PvP ops, you know, PvE stuff, ratting ops, mining ops. I can do mining, so I'm going to ship in some mining stuff in short order. So I'm looking forward to that, really. It's not a big deal. But I'm still waiting for my rigs and my ammo to be shipped from Jita to my home station. Still waiting for that. It hasn't quite shipped yet. But, you know, I'm not in a big rush. I'm still making plenty of ISK hand over fist there. Didn't mean to rhyme. Oh, accident! Boom! Mainly because I was a jerk and didn't slow down. But hey, if you're gonna pass something, make sure you can pass it. Come on. Nope. Still, I haven't got the cruise control right yet. There we go. Road's looking pretty damn straight right now, so I'm not worried about cruising at 110. But we will keep a watch for curves come out of nowhere. So, oh, that was the wrong one. Can I do it, or will I get into an accident? I can do it. Go, Speed Racer, go! Ah, there's corners up ahead. I'm not going to risk that. Yeah, I'm a bit of a speed demon, but I am not going to do that because you can mostly tell if you're going to make it or not by the amount of traffic that's been coming the other way. Like, I actually could have made it there, but it would have been really risky. Just the fact that there's one vehicle coming every so often says to me I need to be a lot more tactful on my passes here. That big pass, I knew there was a chance of a vehicle coming, but I was pretty confident I had enough time to make it around, and I did. And when I came up to that corner with that truck that we just went around, I wasn't sure if I had enough time. Because, you know, see here, there's been traffic coming. It varies a little bit, but it tends to be about the same amount apart. As you see, sometimes comes a little sooner. But you can get a general idea of the game if vehicles are more than likely going to pass by you or not. So, got a big corner coming up here. Need to slow it down. See, if I had done it right, might be the highway that I ended up on, rather than what I'm doing now. Look at that, plenty of power, 16 tons, right up the hill, 7th gear, and actually accelerated a little bit towards the end. That's pretty damn good right there. It really is. I love this big truck, I gotta tell you. Although I won't lie, being in a MAN or Scania would actually be more fun for me. But I can't argue the Volvo's power and drivability. And keeping in mind, that's a personal bias again. Like I said, for me, my list of the trucks and where they rank and how they stand, it's all personal bias. You know, everyone has their preferred, and there's nothing wrong with whatever truck you tend to prefer. I like Scania number 1, MAN number 2, Volvo number 3. And I would have taken a Volvo, or I would have taken a MAN or a Scania at the start of this had I had a MAN or Scania dealership found, but I didn't. I only had Volvo, so went with Volvo. But hey, there's nothing wrong with it, man. 750 horsepower, 3,500 Newton meters, fairly stable. A lot more stable than the Iveco was, I'll say that much. A lot more braking power, too. Yay, the rain's gonna end. I'm gonna leave my headlights on because it's not gonna take long before it gets dark, honestly. So, despite the fact that we've got 2 more big rigs on the back, it is only a 16-ton trailer, as I said, so we definitely don't need our mid-axles. And accelerate fairly quickly here. There we go. Yeah, but we've got, it's only 16 tons, so it doesn't warrant an axle. It's not an overly heavy or overly long or wide trailer, so it also does not warrant the warning lights. So it's just a cool looking trailer to haul, you know, that's all it is. It's just a really cool looking trailer to haul. And when I can combine a cool trailer that I haven't hauled yet, along with a city that I haven't been to yet, that's the one I'm going to haul, regardless of cost and most of the time regardless of distance. I will take a cheaper run for a unique trailer to a city I've never been to. I will take a plain trailer longer distance and even for less money than a trailer that I've already towed in many occasions as well. It all depends. Oh, good, you're just getting out of my way. Appreciate it. Yep, see, I gotta switch that. I keep going for my right, which is where the horn is, and I stop and go, no, you always get it wrong. It's on the left. So I go for the left, and I end up getting the lights. Anyways, our Iveco driver now has a fully upgraded Iveco, except for the chassis, which again, I prefer a lift chassis on the gate. Or mid-lift rather. I prefer a mid-lift chassis because it gives you the option of putting the wheels down or not. So that if you don't need the extra wheels, you don't have to have them. But be that as it may, I am really considering making our Volvo here a full-time 6x4. We should probably consider slowing down. If not here, which I don't think here will be an issue. We'll definitely want to watch for cameras as our speed limit is 70 kilometers. We're going to be running at about 90. Yeah, we're going to want to slow even more. Well, shoot, forget what I was saying. Yeah, there's the camera, but we're below speed, so we're good. Oh yeah, I was considering making the Volvo a full-time 6x4 trailer. I still wouldn't mind downloading some larger chassis for the fun and the look, because I love the look of bigger chassis, I really do, but I don't know. Getting just like specific chassis for the Volvo appears to be difficult. Most of the stuff that I find are garage packs, they have for everything, and I don't want a garage pack. I want something specifically for my Volvo or for the truck I'm driving, so it's a smaller download, then I don't have to download the pack. Some people may say it's kind of stupid because, well, if you have the pack, then you have everything. Yeah, but the pack will come with stuff that I'll be tempted to use, wheels, lights, things like this and that. It can often cause the game to crash when that happens. But it looks really good. It looks really good when you can get it to work. My black and white nights, my Renault Magnum and Renault Premium. Actually, the Renault Premium, yeah, the Renault Premium was the white night. The Renault Magnum was the black light. I had a Chronic, which was my man truck with a really interesting 4-axle setup on it. Captain Chronic, actually, is what I called it. My big anime Scanias, I had 2 of them. I had a black and red one that looked really evil. When it works, it looks amazing, but you can crash the game so many times trying to set that stuff up. You can screw things up so badly. I mean, I in many ways would just want a single, just a single, I'm gonna be middling. Just a single chassis, just for using the chassis, because I'm happy with a map pack, traffic pack, trailer pack, and a skin for my truck. That's really all I need. So I've got 3 trailer packs, all from the same guy. They're made to work together. I've got a traffic pack that's from the same guys, work together. Fortunately, he also has truck packs for the different trucks that you see on the road, the skins on the truck designs, and everything like that. This is all Jazzy Cat. So they all work together. So I've got his traffic pack, I got his truck packs. He has trucks in traffic, which are the various looks and designs of the trucks that you see. And he has painted trucks, which take the trucks that are in the game and apply to them a massive amount of skins to also give you variety. So even though I have a lot of the same cars, there's enough variety that it looks different. And all the different trucks and buses that are in the traffic as well give a much better feeling of an actually alive, vibrant world that I'm driving in versus, without it. You see the same generic cars constantly. When I was first playing, hi, did that on purpose. I'm so tempted to run your ass off the road right now. But when I was first playing, I would see the same Mercedes style trailer as a black trailer, red design, and it was made to look like it was going fast. I'd see that same trailer 20, 30 times within a 15-20 minute time frame. And oh my god, did it drive me up the wall to see that. I mean, just totally insane. I hated it. I couldn't stand it. I wanted nothing to do with it. And it started making the game disinterested in me. I started getting disinterested in the game because I didn't want to keep seeing the same stuff over and over. Then I started discovering trailer packs and map packs and traffic packs and how to mod the game, which was really easy. And so I kept I kept doing that, and sure enough, it all paid off, and the game became alive and vibrant to me again, and I wanted to keep playing. And the only drawback is now I find it hard to go back to playing without it. So like when the new expansion comes, I'm not going to be able to use Truck Sim Map for some time because they'll have to make everything over again in order to catch it up and be able to be compatible with the expansion. And it's in times like that that I actually have a hard time playing because I lose a large part of where I could drive, and it may even reset the game. It's very, very possible that when I take out the map pack, the game just won't work, and I'll have to start from scratch again. But that's not a terrible thing. It's really not. Thank you. Right. Right, got it wrong. So, that's what I really look forward to. Well, that's what I not look forward to. So, be prepared that when the Scandinavia expansion drops, this bus, man, it's like determined to not let me pass. I could gun it if I wanted to, roaring around them. I just don't want to. But yeah, so be prepared. The Scandinavian expansion comes out that I might not be able to continue on the same account. I may have to make a whole brand new one. Haha, I saw you. You know what? I'm just gonna get past you. So I'm just going to open her up here. Speed limit's 120 anyways. And then we'll let her coast back down to 110. Lock it in. I should honestly pull over and rest because I didn't realize we've only got 400 kilometers more to go. And that's not nearly enough for me to make it in a single shot. I mean, that's too much for me to make it in a single shot. Don't know how this is going to play out. I didn't realize that we were just cooking like that. But we are cooking hard. And there's no rest point. I would have rested a while ago had I noticed it was getting this close. Let's see, our estimation is a little past midnight. Well, not a little past midnight. This is a little before 1 o'clock. And we're only at about, I believe that's 4 or 6. I think that's 6 o'clock. Yeah, so we got 6 more hours to go. We don't have that much rest time. Now, granted, that number is going to continue to drop, but it's not going to drop fast enough. There's no way we could make it 372 kilometers with the stamina that we have. There's just no way. You know, I should probably honestly take the Renault Premium and upgrade it when I have money, so that I have fully upgraded trucks across the board. Because if you're going to have a trucking company, and you can afford it because it's a simulator and it doesn't simulate actual real-world economy, then you should have nice trucks. There still hasn't been a resting point anywhere along here. Not a single one. This is pretty amazing, if I'm to be honest with you. And we've cut more than 20 minutes off our arrival time. We've also improved our gas consumption by nearly 2 liters per 100 kilometers. There's the rest point, but we've only got 300 kilometers left to go. That's going to be a stupidly short video. And then even then, I could go further. I'm not ready actually to rest yet. So, zoom in. I could easily make it here. Most likely. But I think what I'm going to do is rest here. And then I'm just going to run the video to its end. Run the trip, rather. Ow. Dummy. More rain. Oh! Oh, did I just fuck that up royally? 8 hours. Oh yeah, we can make it still. We can make it. I didn't mean to rest twice. But at least we're not driving in the rain at night. but there's over 8 hours left to make it, and we're already under 5 hours, or we're going to be about under 5 hours. And at the rate we've been cruising, that'll go even further, because the sat nav is just not very good at predicting when you're going to be there until you're almost there. So we might as well just take this delivery to its end, because we're almost under 300 kilometers. We are almost we're almost there, basically. 300 kilometers in this truck, highway driving is nothing. It's easy. It's very easy. Ooh, that's a stiff right-hand corner. Glad I saw that before I went into it, rather than just not paying attention, talking or something. And I didn't have to shift gears out either. So I'm not a big fan on watching wrestling anymore. I used to be, but I got a little kind of like rundown of a few of the WrestleMania things that had happened. And it seems strange that some of the guys they seem to be pushing last year, they didn't push this year, or they really haven't been pushing. Most notable is Roland Reigns. He was getting huge pushes, and then just kind of, he's middle of the card kind of thing now. Interestingly enough, Sting faced Triple H and lost. I found that interesting. Sting's first and possibly last match in WWE, if not just completely, against Triple H, and he loses. I just found that very interesting. And he didn't get Undertaker. I think Sting versus Undertaker WrestleMania would have been massive buys. The way you could have played it with Sting in his Crow persona versus Undertaker. Even though Undertaker lost, it would have been even bigger had Undertaker not lost to Brock Lesnar. Something that shouldn't have happened is Undertaker should not have lost to Brock Lesnar. When I heard that, yeah, I saw that right as I was hitting it, and I was like, oh well. But yeah, I saw that, and that should have never happened. Brock didn't need that kind of push. Somebody else could have done it. Not Sting, but Sting could have. It would have been a huge deal, and it would have made more sense if Sting lost versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania than losing to Triple H at WrestleMania. There's just a lot of stuff, I think, and I feel that really doesn't need to be, but is. This is a little bit tight and a little bit curvy to be going this speed, but it'll be alright. We're not in the Iveco. I'm sorry, I'm going to be hammering that poor truck for a while. Again, just to make sure I clarify, and this is one of the more annoying things about me, as I tend to repeat myself a lot. There was actually nothing wrong with the Iveco truck. There really wasn't. It was me driving the Iveco beyond what it was capable of. I'm so used to driving this Volvo and what it can do. I tried to drive the Iveco like the Volvo, and I couldn't. Yes, I saw the speed camera. Those quick speed changes, man. It said 90, then almost immediately after 70, and then 40. Whew. Darn it. World's biggest momentum breakers. The world's biggest buzzkills right here. Right here, man. freaking yeah, if you pull up and you hit enter fast enough to pay your toll, you'll get the toll bar to skip the animation and just immediately go down. Oh, come now, frame rate. There's no need to act like behave yourself now. I don't want to talk too much about wrestling because I'm really not in it and I don't know much anymore. So. But we're getting pretty close to done. We've covered a little bit more than half the distance in about 5 more kilometers anyways. That would be true. As long as we don't hit another toll booth anytime soon. And we're able to get up to cruising speed. 8, 9, 10. There we go. We have reached cruising speed again. We should knock this out in no time. Because speaking of game hours, 110 kilometers per hour, and we have 150 kilometers to go, it should take us an hour and some minutes because I'm bad at math and won't be able to figure out those minutes. I mean, we'll only have 40 kilometers left, assuming that you did 110 all the way, which we're not going to because we're going to go into a town. And let's just say we've been there pretty quick. That's 60, 70. I don't know. For argument's sake, we'll say 15 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes. Game minutes, not actual video minutes. So this should pass relatively quickly. Or I should say is passing relatively quickly, as we are already down 50 more kilometers. I was watching Christopher Titus again. I went back and watched some of his videos, which you can find on YouTube if you want to look. That's Christopher Titus, T-I-D-U-S. He's a comedian who had a very difficult and very tragic life growing up, who's managed to turn all that into a successful comedy career. From growing up to as a child, to his mom being very mentally ill in many cases. Speaking of momentum killers. And losing his mother to suicide and his sister to suicide. And then being in a very abusive relationship. And then it all turns out okay at the end, depending on which one you watch. You'd see how it turned okay at the end. Skip it. An extremely funny guy. And I highly recommend going to watch the specials that you can find for him on YouTube. Rockwell is Bleeding. Love is Evil, E-V-O-L. And I believe the other one is called Neverlution. have to itch under my elbow. You know, and a smarter man might have actually paused there. Heck with it. Trucking goes fairly straight. On a fairly straight road. But hopefully that's the last toll booth. Momentum killer, we'll see. And that we will be there very, very, very soon. Despite screwing up and sleeping twice, actually. Despite that. Let's get around this bamboo truck. I love how the bamboo truck has all of these even lengths, widths, and then it's got that one crooked one on the side. I'm telling you right now, if you're obsessive compulsive about things being symmetrical and all that, that's a trailer that will drive you up the frackin' wall. So we're just going to stay behind this truck because we've got to use this off-ramp anyways. Go. Okay, game, you can stop loading assets now. You're all good. You're all good. You can stop now and behave. Actually, this is our delivery point right here. Sweet. And a not too difficult back in at all. Screwed that up a little bit, but I should be able to recover enough to not have to do too much correction, although I'm oversteering again and push the trailer too far the other way. And now too far this way. No, actually, this might pull it off. Yep, there we go. Nice. Excellent. No damage to the truck. So, let's hit our rest point and see what we're towing next, shall we? Outside the truck. I'm not going to bother to switch to 2 mirrors because where we're going is right here anyways. Well, there's one question mark here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Our garage is... Oops. It's actually here. Service. Repair. We're good. Rest. You always want to start a new run before resting. What about everyone else back saying I just pulled in. Yay, rain! Okay. Freight market. From here. Right here. 17 tons of office items going a very long way to Porto, which we haven't been to. This goes to Casablanca, which we've been. Refrigerators are going to here, which by the looks of it we've been to. Because see, it lights up yellow when you mouse over it versus not. Reservoir tank. La Rochelle? It's a possibility. Yogurt, short run going north here, which we haven't been to either. Mildly interesting 9-ton trailer. It's only 25,000 going to Bolzano. I don't know. That's a possibility. A short run. 779 kilometers being short. It's a possibility, and at 9 tons, it would be really easy to do. But this is a possibility as well. This is a long run, 2,743 kilometers. Almost 2 full days trip. But we'll see. I'm not actually going to select right now. Right now I want to do truck manager. And I want to take our Renault and see about upgrading it. Now, you can put that on. Sadly, the Renault only gets a 4x2 chassis, which is one of the main reasons. Unlike another reason I don't like it, 460 horsepower. Best transmission that you can get. Wow. The difference is the steering wheel is a slightly different color. Why don't we avoid that? Probably the best looking up top, I would think, would be the Sting. Yeah, that doesn't really leave room for anything. Dragonfly. I think I like go with the Sting. And I'm going to go with tone on the sides. No, let's go with... we're just seeing how much this is going to cost to do. I'm not saying I'm actually going to do this. Somehow that just doesn't match. Paint and chrome. Paint. Throw on side skirts. And why not? We could do side lights as well. I prefer lights over other stuff. Bull bar. Yeah, we're already 142,000 versus our 124. So we're not doing that yet. We're just going to cancel out. All right, folks. So that's going to be me done for this episode. I apologize there. I had my hands covering my mouth while I rubbed the bridge of my nose there. But that's going to be me done for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've been enjoying bringing it to you. Don't forget to leave a comment, rate, and subscribe. And other than that, this is going to be One Big Bug, and I'm going to be signing out. And I'll see you next time.